damn it. Ave Satanis, Ave Lucifera, Ave Great Lord Belial, Ave Great Lord Leviathan, Ave Beautiful Queen Lilith, Ave Beautiful Queen Tiamat, Ave King Pazuzu, Ave King Azazel, Ave Great King Asmodeus, Ave Great King Asmodee, Ave Lord Zagon, Ave Princess Dagon, Ave and Hail, Ave Beautiful Queen Astaroth, Ave and Hail to every demon and every demoness that's in existence. And Ave and Hail to all my true 666% brothers and sisters and Father Satan. Ave and Hail. And I hope you all had a good week. I hope so anyway. I hope you all grew a lot this week in your satanic or demonic or necromantic path. I really do. My true brothers and sisters, that is. You know, not the keyboard Satanists, fakes, phonies, none of them. They can be all walking down the street and down the sidewalk, and a toilet could fall out of the 90th floor in a building and over the balcony and land on top of them. They still wouldn't care. I'd laugh, actually. I really would, too. I want to give a few shout-outs to Edgar Cavall, Bohemoth X, Michael Hyson, obviously EA Quetting, all the boys at Ball, or all the people that work at Ball. That's EA Quetting's organization. All the ones that work at Dark Sorcery, Carrie Darkstar, D.H. Storm, all of them. Shout out to my sister Volvin and her husband John. Let me think. Eleanor Crow, Will Thompson, pretty much every brother, every true, sinister, sadistic, 666% brother and sisters. The fakes, phonies, I don't give two rats' ass what happens to you. I really don't care. Ave Satanis. Hail, great Father Satan. O thou mighty light, a burning flame of comfort, that unveilest the glory of Satan to the center of the earth, in whom the great secrets of truth have their abiding, that is called in thy kingdom strength through joy, and it is not to be measured. Be thou a window of comfort unto me, move therefore and appear. Open the mysteries of your creation. Be friendly unto me, for I am the same, the true worshipper of the highest and infallible King of Hell. Ave Satanis, hail Father Satan. That was the 18th Enochian key. Yeah, I want to do a video tonight on growth. Okay? I know I'm after doing a few videos on it, but I want to do another one. Because you have to think about something. As we're growing in our path, on the left-hand path, there are also people that are not growing at all. Because they're afraid, or they're scared, to take a step, to dive right in other words. Me, myself, personally, I'm not. And I know I know a lot of my brothers and sisters are not. But the thing about it is, one thing I think a lot of them are afraid of, or scared of, is they're scared of the unknown, obviously. They're afraid of, okay, they say they're doing a ritual to King Asmodeus. They're afraid that maybe King Asmodeus might manifest himself. Maybe King Asmodeus might send one of his legions to manifest herself for him. But in saying that, if we don't And I'm speaking for myself too. Even though I know I do, but I'm speaking for myself too. If we don't try to grow ourselves each day, every day, no matter what, no matter what's going on in our life, because believe you me, I got just as many problems as the next fellow, probably more. Everybody does. Nobody's life is perfect. I wish, but, it's just the way it is, right? With that being said, we have to, in order for us to grow, we have to go to places like psychologically, physically, spiritually. We have to go to places we have not been before. New places. Like we have to work with the same gods, same ancient gods we've been working with before, plus new ones. Because Father Satan and King Lucifer, beautiful Queen Lilith, Queen Tiamat, King Pazuzu, Lord Lucy Fudge Raphael, Lord Mephistopheles, none of Queen Astaroth, King Asmodeus, King Azazel, none of them, Lord Belial, none of them ancient gods want to see us stagnate. And I'm not joking, they really don't. Because if we stagnate, they're going to lose interest in us. If we are not willing to dare, if we are not willing to jump to the next level and try to get a lot closer than what we are, for some reason, if there's something holding us back psychologically, whatever, or spiritually, we got to get over it, no matter what it is. And as hard as it might be, we still have to get over it. Because that's the only way you're going to grow. And a lot of people, if they know your religious beliefs, and if they're all part of the fucking JCI or whatever belief system they have, if they're all part of that, then obviously they're not going to like you, period. Doesn't matter what you do. If they know that you're a black dark sorcerer, Satanist, traditional Satanist, spiritual Satanist, theistic Satanist, demonolator, necromancer, if they know that you're on the left-hand path at all, especially if they know you're a Satanist or a demonolator or a necromancer, the forbidden art, then I can guarantee you right now, they're not going to like you anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. Even if you don't do any rituals at all and you claim that you're a Satanist, they're still not going to like you. So it doesn't matter. And you don't have to prove anything to them. Not a thing. But who you do have to prove it to is yourself. You have to prove it to yourself. You have to prove it to your patron or matron demon or demoness. And you have to prove it to Father Satan and King Lucifer, beautiful Queen Lilith, King Asmodeus, Lord Belial, Lord Leviathan, Lord Beelzebub, Queen Astaroth, King Azazel, and the list goes on and on and on. King of Mammon, all of them. We have to prove to them that we're willing to advance in our studies, advance in our path, and go a lot deeper than we have been in the past. Because I know exactly, people think that, people that are in Satanism, a lot of people think that, okay, well, I'll just say the odd Hail Satan, things like that, and I won't, and I'll be fine. No, you won't be. You'll be stagnated. And you're not going to grow at all in your path. And if you don't grow in your path, guess what? If you don't even try to grow in your path, I can tell you right now, Father Satan and all the demonic know it. They know if you're either trying to grow in your path, if you're working on growing in your path, if you honestly are doing it, they know it. If you're not doing it, like if you're just stagnated and not doing anything, they also know that. And I can tell you right now, the ones that the demonic will work with are the ones that are trying to work with them. If you're honestly and truly trying to commune with the ancient gods, they'll put effort into you. And they'll work with you. But if you're not, they're not even going to bother with you. And why should they? Like, you think about it. Why should they bother with you if you're not even putting any effort into bothering with them? If you're not showing them that, okay, I'm willing to work with, say, let me think, King Asmodeus. I'll just use King Asmodeus as example with all due respect towards King Asmodeus. If you're working with King Asmodeus, or if you want to work with King Asmodeus, okay, and you don't do any rituals for him or to him, you don't do any, don't give him any offerings, like incense, food offerings, drink offerings, blood offerings, because he loves blood offerings, believe you me. And if you don't do none of that, if you don't try to commune, and if you don't try to commune with them, the ancient gods, they're not even going to bother with you. Why should they? Why should they put in effort to help you and to work with you when they know, because they know everything, pretty much, when they know that you're not going to put no effort into it? If you're not putting no effort into it, they sure as hell are not going to. And I don't blame them one bit. That'd be like me. If I didn't put in any effort to work with the demonic and the ancient gods, I'd be an idiot if I expected them to put any effort in to work with me. I really would. And that goes for anybody. I don't care who the person is, myself included. If you don't put any effort into it, they're not going to put no effort into you. I can promise you that right now. And I don't care if you've been on this path, I don't care if you claim to be on this path for 100 years or 50 years. It makes zero difference, in my honest opinion. If you do not put any effort into it, I can promise you right now, the ancient gods are not going to put no effort into you. There's work to the left-hand path. If you're true to dark sorcery, and if you're a true Satanist, be it theistic, spiritual, traditional, necromancer, or demonolatrist, or just regular or demon altar, if you don't put any work into it, man, you're gonna just be just like the sheep. No difference. That's the way the ancient gods will look at you. They'll look at you just like they look at the sheeples. Like a bunch of little robots doing exactly what they're told. Which to me is a big bunch of bullshit. Because if that's the reason why if you got into Satanism to begin with, and you say you just picked up the Satanic Bible, just say that one. I'll just use that book. And you just read that a few times or whatever and think that you're good for the rest of your life, you have no idea on what you're missing out on. Yes, there's a lot of work to it. Yes, it is very, very, very lonely. It is a very lonely path. But when you're doing a ritual and you feel an ancient god come over you, you feel a demonic entity, doesn't matter which demon or demoness it is, and you feel that demonic presence, like truly feel that demonic presence, or better yet, have a full body manifestation from whichever great ancient god you're working with, I can promise you right now, it is worth it all. It's worth all the sacrifices you made. It's worth everything you lost in life. It's worth it all. And don't you think that if you lost a lot of crap in life, that Father Satan and the demonic, whichever, are not going to give it back to you 10 times over? They will. Might take a while. It might, because their time limit is not like ours. They don't run on a 24-hour clock like we do. You got to remember, they're in the spiritual realm. They're not in our realm. But you have to, if you want to grow, and I'm being dead serious, if you want to grow in your belief system, you have to put work in. You have to study a lot, and I mean a lot. You have to do invocations, evocations, rituals, basically is what I mean. You have to do your rituals, whether, you know, you have to give offerings, you have to know whichever ancient god you're working with, find out as much about them as you humanly possibly can. You know, find out what colors they like, find out what color candles they prefer, are they a day demon or a night demon, or demoness, you know, what kind of incense they like, everything, man. You got to do your homework. It's no joke. And with that, I'll let everybody go. I hope everybody has had a great week. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And a very demonic and satanic weekend. And I will talk to you next, guys. Hail Satan. Hail Queen Lilith. Hail Lucifer. Hail King Asmodeus. Hail Lord Belial. Hail King Azazel. Hail Lord Beelzebub. Hail Lord Leviathan. I'll talk to you next. Hail Satan.